Hey guys, and welcome back to me, Ben, playing Cities Skylines today. Today I'm not back in my city of Spring Valley that I'm currently playing, but today I'm back with a very special official gameplay trailer that was just published today, maybe an hour ago or so. So I just want to share this with you. I'll also share the original link with you, of course, down in the description below. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get started with it, and I'll replay it again for you and stop in between afterwards and leave you some comments and some thoughts here. Definitely out 24th of October this year is the final launch date of Cities Skylines II, and I'm absolutely amazed about what they've been publishing. And I want to jump right back to the beginning of this video and give you my thoughts on and my take on this new announcement here. So let's jump right back in, and I'll stop whenever needed. So let's go. So first of all, most important news, all footage captured is in-game. So that's amazing and actually gives you a very good impression and a very good hint on how detailed Cities Skylines 2 will be in the future. And like just with this opening scene, I'm honestly so surprised. It looks like a 3 to 4 level highway intersection that's beautifully detailed. There are a couple of things that I actually don't like, which is that pedestrian crosswalk or whatever it's called. Sorry for missing the name right now. I think that looks a little bit out of place, and I think it's like, even if we're considering to have an off-ramp here, it's kind of strange to have a crosswalk and then an off-ramp. I think it's hard to find one of those occurrences in the real world. But yeah, I can't speak about a lot of other countries, but it definitely won't happen in mine usually. But what I definitely like is the markings of the intersections. It's beautifully made. It looks so polished something you would usually only get by using a couple of mods in Cities Skylines 1. So that's something I'm completely surprised about. The other thing is that the highway here is so close together, I think, and it looks like almost, yeah, it is a parallel highway, most likely, and it looks so beautiful. Like even the texturing here, you have those less used or less worn parts of the highway here between the middle line, which is very interesting. Just have a look at this car here. I don't know what they are doing. Like, they seem to turn around for whatever reason. And it jumps right into the next scene where we can see the beautiful skyline of a new city, most likely located either on an island or kind of a bay here. And we see maybe some mid-rise, low-rise residential zones here that look absolutely beautiful. And like, it's the thing that keeps me really excited is the variety of trees that are used in this trailer here. So that's absolutely wonderful. It looks very natural, very, I don't know, almost like a real picture, I would say. And what I also like, and you will see that later, is this more kind of technical slash planning style view. It's less cartoony than Cities Skylines 1. You have something like a gas station here. You see those intersections between roads and railway. They look way nicer, way better integrated than in the previous game. And yeah, let's continue. And there you can see the actual growth of buildings and how things can develop. Again, I just have to point out, it's like the essential thing for me is, will the number of apartments that are most likely available in a building like this match a real life situation or occasion? Even for those buildings, I think the growth in residents living there should be more significant than in Cities Skylines 1. I think that's always been some kind of flaw in the whole SimCity. Maybe not SimCity. As far as I remember, it was a bit closer to reality, but Cities Skylines 1 absolutely lacked in that. So I'm curious to see how that turns out in Cities Skylines 2. Again, beautiful scenery, the trees, amazing. Like, you have these really very much alive and lively trees here, young trees, older trees. Then you have trees that are kind of maybe affected by pollution or something like that. So that's pretty interesting. The other thing you can see here is two different trains, and I'll just let the game continue. So this looks like a freight train, and that's more like a passenger train. The next one is trams. Trams are beautifully integrated here. I think also this roundabout is worth mentioning, because it's very small, but it can help significantly with sorting out traffic, especially when you have those main collector roads here, or it looks like most likely a main collector road. The other interesting thing is like that steep curvature here looks way more refined, way more beautiful than it does in Cities Skylines 1. Well, no wonder, because there are many years in between between the launch of Cities Skylines 1 and Cities Skylines 2 now, so of course there will be some improvement. The other thing we can see here is a parking lot, which looks amazing. That looks like a university building, probably, with a campus integrated into the more downtown area of this city. Yeah, that's a nighttime view here. Let's just continue that. The waterscape looks beautiful. There we can see one of those kais here. They look also very nice. Promenade. Again here, more like evening scenery, where we can see half-lit skyscrapers already. And now you can kind of guess how big this area is. And it's going to be huge. It looks so big. So I'm absolutely excited about what comes next. So here, interesting tool, the landscaping tool. You can see the brush size and strength can be adjusted, and it looks like you can also do it in game, because here it says megalopolis, so definitely there has to be there have to be a couple of citizens living here. 5,789, and you have a megalopolis? This is kind of strange. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it's that specific city here. So it looks like you could probably, if I'm not mistaken, this could be a city on its own with 5,000 inhabitants, but the overall region must have definitely more, because otherwise you won't have 34 million simoleons as such kind of a scenario, except for the fact that you've cheated, maybe. But that tool already looks like a very comfortable way to edit landscapes and such. That's another tool, like the grid system. Yeah, I kind of like it, but on the other hand, I don't. I think, especially for beginners, this is maybe a nice approach. So this could make things easier for someone who doesn't know the game very well. But I most likely won't use it, except for maybe some special or rare occasions where I definitely need that kind of downtowny, gritty area of feel in my city. What else can we see here? So we have the straight line tool, the curvature, the S-line. I don't know about this. I'm very curious about that. And of course you have elevation steps with it, which is good. You have all these snapping options available, which is also amazing. Then you can see two-way roads, one-way, two-lane one-way, three-lane one-way. And I'm interested in that and this here. I think this could mean some kind of bridge building options that you currently don't have. So I'm very curious about this, or it's a pedestrian overpath. I'm not 100% sure about this. So we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, again here, what I definitely love to see are those mini roundabouts. They could be absolutely beneficial when it comes to traffic management. Well, we'll have to see how it comes to life. But I think it does look really nice, and yeah, we'll just check it. But I'm very interested here, and I'm switching back 1 second. Like, it looks like, they overlaid it kind of here to give you that impression that out of this gritty approach here, you can actually make something like this here, and they almost perfectly overlaid it, so I caught it in the middle between the blending of the new and the old version. What I'm curious about is like the way the roads are, how could you say, managing the lane management. So that definitely looks nice. I'm curious whether they included a tool for lane management specifically. So again, we'll have to wait and see for that. And here you can also see, and I'm sorry for just stopping in between before I'm continuing playing this video again. You can also see this, what I was talking about when I said to you, like this more architectural city planning approach. The buildings, they look less colorful, more dull, but I think a bit more realistic than previous, like the Cities Skylines I looked. And what I also like is the different heights and sizes of trees. So this gives it a very natural look and feel actually in the game. So I'm very curious to see that come to life. Here, what have we activated here? So we have actually, and that's something I'm very happy about, 6 different types or sizes or densities of residential buildings, which is amazing. This is absolutely great. You can also choose between the European and the American look and feel when you're placing down. I think, at least that's my assumption. I just thought I heard some rumors about an Asian, more Asian style theme that should be available in the game, but maybe it's not like in there for the initial launch, or maybe it will come as an addition, as an extension later on in the game. So I'm very curious to see that come to life, because then you can like differentiate a lot between the various types of buildings. And I think now it should be confirmed that those pink zones here, they are most likely offices. So you have low rise and high rise, which absolutely makes sense. This is nothing else. This is not leisure. This is not tourist. This is office zones for sure. This road planning tool, I think most of you might remember that from several different mods that are out there currently on the workshop for Cities Skylines I. As you can see, you see a lot of different informations here, like at a degree, the angle here is at 130 degrees. The slope is minus 3.1%, which is amazing. Here's the length for each side of the business. There you have a 180 degree connection, the costs and everything else. So that's amazing. That looks very, very convenient. The other way I really like, and I'm curious what happens when they actually place it down. So I have to make sure that I can stop the video right in time. So that post here to stabilize the highway here does look good. This one looks perfect as well because it's next to the train line. And for this one, I'm not 100% sure. I can't see it right now perfectly clear, but I'm curious to see. Yeah, but it could run potentially through the train line. So I'm very... It looks a bit strange. It looks a bit off, but you will always be able to move that pole or post here somehow. Also that's something, another interesting thing here. I think what this could be, well, I'm just assuming here, obviously. that looks like a sound barrier, a glass sound barrier, which is very interesting to see. The forest here, absolutely nice. Is there a road coming up? Yeah, there must be a road coming here. I think this could be the tunnel exit of a road leading through below the train line here. So yeah, it looks beautiful, no questions asked. Again, this here another shot of downtown area, several downtown areas. It looks like one city over here, one city over there. The graphics are just beautiful, 100%. So this is amazing. It looks very real, very North American like, and I absolutely appreciate the look and feel here. Again, bridge planning is always a thing, and that bridge actually looks really nice here. You seem to have different options for bridges, which is great. And that, I think, this is the width of the bridge. So there you can even plan your roads. Like you want to have parallel roads here, close together, very far apart. The distance here, I think it could be one little square, 2 squares apart from each other. So that will ease any kind of road planning, city planning by a lot. Like if you know what you're doing, this will ease things up significantly for sure. That looks like the university area right from the beginning, because here again you have the parking lot. So the interesting thing here is not the university itself, but the upgrades that you can actually give to the university. It says, yeah, it costs a lot, like per month to keep it alive. You have 27 of 38 employees. You have 69 of 2,500 possible students. Average time to graduation, 12 months dropout rate, 1%, which is very, very interesting. Noise pollution, also great to see that. So it could be a factor. But the interesting part actually is for me here, the upgrades, the available ones. So I'm very curious to see how you can extend existing buildings. And this kind of reminds me of one of the old sim city games where you were able to expand or extend existing buildings that you were able to drop down by additional buildings to expand their capabilities significantly. So that's something I'm more than happy to see in this gameplay. Obviously everybody likes it when you put it down, so there must have been one expansion included, or no, they included a police station here somewhere. This here looks like a tram depot, as you can see here. So pink seems to be the color for, or the standard color for trams. Also looking very beautiful with these connections here that lead to the roads where they can actually stop and pick up passengers. Yeah, you make it yours. That maybe covers all the opportunities or options that you have to individualize your buildings. Not that excited about it, and I also honestly don't like this very, very gritty layout, but that's, yeah, just not my kind of play style. Oh, sorry, I missed one thing here. So there you can see the like happiness of citizens in a specific building, and I'm curious to see that. So we have 0 children, 0 teens, 10 adults, 15 seniors. So they say that building here houses currently 25 citizens, which is again, let me see whether that adds up. So it's 5, 17, 20, 25. So it's 25 in this building. And that makes me wonder. 15 of 15 households, 25 residents. Oh, that's sad to see, because I think with 15 households, could this house potentially have 15 households, like 4 floors? Even if you take 4 floors in such a huge building, 4 divided by, could be like 4, 8, 16. Yeah, it's not that unreasonable. Like even with this here on top. Actually, it could work. I'm very curious. Like, I don't want to estimate much at that current point in time, because I'm obviously not sure how the game will handle, for example, a building like this. But this could be, like with 15 households, maybe a bit too low, but not very much too low, because it could also be reasonable depending on the, it's a level 2 of 5, so there's room for growth. I don't know. There you can see one main power station. What I like, and this might be something not everybody appreciates, so I usually don't use nuclear power stations at all, but they look way more realistic but they also look massive, of course, but they are maybe more based on real life scenarios than anything else. But the good thing is you can, again, use upgrades here, but this significantly might change your playstyle, because you have to plan ahead for certain buildings to make sure that you save the space for future development. So that's something, can be a challenge, but also on the other hand, it might be interesting to see that and incorporate that into your playstyle. Oh, and I forgot about one thing, sorry. So let's jump right back into this. What I also like is this pre-designed or pre-given connection to the power network. So this tells you, you have to have power connections, like from here to there, obviously, and maybe also from here to there, depending on the circumstances. So it implies a few more things that you have to watch out for. I'm wondering, like, if those blue lines can't be. I'm just wondering why this here is green and the other one is blue. Maybe that's the extension. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to wait and see. Sorry for jumping back again. So that looks like a lot of industry in one place. And like, look at this train station here. It's most likely a warehouse with included rail lines. Very interesting. That's industrial for sure. I'm wondering whether the yellow thing here tells you more about the pollution of the area. Most likely it will. And the other thing is, will that kind of smoke have... Oh, there. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I can see what's going on here. They incorporated air pollution, which is interesting because they're separating between the air pollution sources. Like you have buildings with a high air pollution. Then you have traffic air pollution, which is very important, I think, especially nowadays when everybody is talking about reducing the CO2 level. So that's going to be interesting, and also the wind speed and direction seems to play a significant part. So when you're planning out those industrial areas, you most likely also have to make sure that you're watching or finding a good spot where you can actually put down those industrial zones, just to make sure that like the wind isn't blowing into your downtown area, which might cause more issues than you actually intended to have. What I also like is this elevated highway here, for sure. The way it connects here with the street, so it goes very, very, very smoothly from street level up to this kind of bridge scenario, elevated highway scenario. So I'm very curious to see that. Here you have police coverage, police presence, police cars, prison vans, crime probability in police coverage. So yeah, it's more or less the usual thing. Traffic flow, again, something that looks way more refined than in the Cities Skylines 1 version, but also these colors, they can be, I would say, a bit overwhelming, at least from my first impression. They look a little bit overwhelming, but maybe you get used. Yeah, for sure you can get used to it. So, what was the other one? I missed that. I just saw a glimpse of traffic volume. Okay, it's either traffic volume or traffic flow. So they are again making a difference between traffic flow and traffic volume, because the flow can be bad even if the volume is low, and vice versa. So there might be other things to take into consideration here. Then forestry. Let me check. Is there anything to specifically point out? Nah, not really. The only thing that stands out, like this farming, food production, like animals, crops, vegetables, cotton, looks like cotton, maybe I'm mistaken, or it could be a tree, wood, or oil, most likely, and that's something I can't really tell. No, oil is probably coming here, so there might be a few more industrial zones are already included in the base game, which is something I absolutely love. And this shot, honestly, it's just breathtaking. It looks so natural, it looks so realistic, way more than I ever expected it to be when I was hearing the good news about Cities Skylines II. Yeah, that view of a city, just great. There you have a stadium, you have one island here with nice highway intersections, bridges, whatnot. It seems to be connected all over the place, like here, even over there you have a little town. So the areas the playable areas, I think they will most likely be absolutely amazing compared to Cities Skylines 1. I 100% love it. Looks realistic, it looks nice, it looks refined, it looks less cartoony, which is something I absolutely appreciate. Again, the take on the seasons, so that nobody forgets about it, that we get seasons in the future. And of course, nighttime. Yeah, you make cities. I love to make cities. Also, this rural zone here, I don't know whether that's in-game. It could be like rendered. If it's in-game, it's amazing. Like probably they included something like the cinematic camera mode into the base game already, so you can easily take, or more easily take, pictures and videos from a specific location that might look more realistic than anything else before. But I think it's a rendered scene and not actually in-game footage. Like, and look at that. If that's the possible size of a new city in Cities Skylines II, I'm amazed. I'm just thrilled. Very much thrilled. And there we have it, coming October 24th. So as you can see, pre-ordering at Paradox Interactive is available now. You can also pre-order it on Steam already. Well, let me quickly check that for you, because I'm wondering, like, if I have a look at the Steam store, I'm just wondering how expensive this is. Oh, it's only $49.99, at least in Europe. But that's amazing. That's not bad. Do you have bridges? Yeah, you have a couple of new screenshots here, at least. Like this one looks new. That one does as well, pre-purchase. And yeah, I think I make a special episode just about those different packages. I have to read through it, and I don't want to bother you with it right now. But they can already see the like the pricing for Europe, I think. So yeah, I would like to thank you for like watching this episode here again. Hopefully I provided you with a couple of interesting insights when it comes to Cities Skylines II. Thank you for joining me again, and yeah, if you haven't left me a like yet, I would more than appreciate it if you did. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to answer all of those, and yeah, maybe we can get some kind of discussion and speculation going on here on my channel. So I would appreciate that very much. Thanks a lot, and have a good rest of your day, and hopefully you're as excited as I'm looking forward to October 24th, 2023, Cities Skylines II. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.